Bill Taylor was one of them there and on that tackle. Good job by the Wildcats in covering the kickoff. That'll make it 1st and 10, South Panola at their own 34. Tigers going to that power I. Now they're going to try to power it at Clarksdale, and they power it right up the field for a 1st down. That was James Dean.
And off the 16 on the stop. On the carrier was number 4, James Dean.
Williams and Hicks in on the stop for the Wildcats. Best offensive play of the night by South Panola's Dean picks up a big 1st down up at the 42. Or 47 it is. Tigers at their own 47, 1st and 10. They're coming out of that power I right with a split end to the left. That's Dean again. Not too much there, Dean, for about 3. Good job by Clarksdale. Looks like
Number 14,
Matthews, number 14, also number 1, Darren Williams in on the tackle. Williams has played an outstanding football game so far. He's been in on several tackles already, and he's caught 2 touchdown passes. So what a night. The free safety, number 1 on defense, Williams is having for Clarksdale. Play action. No, handed it off to the 1st man. Fullback through the line, and that power I looked like there may be a little razzle-dazzle there, but it was handed off. Good faking by Connor. That was James Dean, number 4, Stokes in on the tackle for the Wildcats. Keeper, not much. Connor, it may have been a busted play. I couldn't really tell for sure, but didn't look very pretty. And South Panola is going to have to punt the football away. Well, they may not. It's 4th down and 2. Kern and Sale on the tackle for Clarksdale.
4th down and 2.
That'll make it 4th and 2. We'll wait and see just what happens here. If the Tigers elect to go for it or not. They're in the Wildcat territory at the 45, so it's not too, trailing by 14 points. See what Coach Stanley's going to do here. He's going into punt formation. Broderick Pounders, number 5. It's a fake. That's James Dean. Dean to the 40. Across the 40 to the 30. Still on his feet. Finally knocked down at the 21-yard line. Williams coming over along with Kenneth Kern out of the secondary to make the tackle. So the Tigers, we wondered if they would go for it, and they lined up in punt formation and faked it. And James Dean did the rest with some good hard running. I didn't see which Wildcat hit him. He was hit early, but he broke the tackle and continued on for a big 1st down. So Tigers now deep in Wildcat territory at the 22. Clock shows 7:43 to go in the 2nd quarter. Clarksdale 14, South Panola nothing. Wildcats have stunned the Tigers here early, but the Tigers trying to get back in it. That was Connor again, and not much there. Dan Hampton comes up out of the secondary.
In on the tackle. Downing and Hampton also in on the stop. Getting up 1 yard.
Downing and Hampton both there to make a great defensive play, and there's a Tigers injured on the play down around the 17-yard line, and they've taken a timeout in his behalf. That was Connor. Only to the 20-yard line.
And
McBride in on the stop for the Wildcats with a host of others. And another Tiger shaking up.
It'll be 3rd down and 9.
We're having Tigers shaking up on almost every play here now. 3rd down, 9 to go, South Panola.
76, Austin, taking up on the play.
Big number 76, Austin, a 260-pound junior. He's going to be helped up and off the field. And he's coming on off now. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Ball's on the 20-yard line. It'll be third down.
Big crowd on hand here tonight at Clarksdale. And they're seeing a good one. Not much offense by either team. This is the best drive of the night for South Panola. Clarksdale hadn't had a whole lot of offense at all, especially running the football, but Casey Clark has been tremendous passing the football, and he's put the Wildcats out in front with his arm, 14-0. Connor in trouble. Connor's left-handed quarterback, turns it loose to the end zone. Wildcats are there, and it falls incomplete. Boy, that could have been anybody's football. Darren Williams, I think, got his hands on it. It was tipped around.
Also number 1, Darren Williams. Pass goes incomplete.
But it was dangerous as it was popped up in the air in that end zone, and looked like Chad Brown, number 8, may have had a shot at it for South Panola. We had to wait to see if he was going to come down with it, but the official right on the spot doing a good job saying incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 9 to go from the, well, there's a penalty being marked off. I didn't see it. It's going to penalize the Tigers. And Clarksdale, instead of having 4th down, evidently accepted a penalty. I don't know.
Legal receiver downfield.
It looked like Clarksdale would have an option. That was illegal receiver downfield, and they make it 3rd down now and 13. It should be 4th down and 9, and I don't know why Clarksdale took that. And Coach Murphy doesn't understand it either. He's holding up 4 fingers down there. He wanted 4th down. It should be 4th and 9, but they penalized the Tigers and give them another down. Connor cannot go, though. Well, we'll wonder about that play, I guess, a moment ago about the penalty, but it turned out okay for Clarksdale as the Wildcats stop it up down there.
With McBride and
Kern and McBride in on the tackle, and also Matthews around there, and Reynolds, a whole host of Wildcats doing a good job holding the Tiger quarterback Connor to no gain. Maybe lost a yard. 4th down and 14 to go, and the Tigers line up to go for it. Connor, left-handed quarterback's going to throw a fly pattern down the sideline, and good defensive effort. It was pass was out of bounds anyhow, but nevertheless a great defensive effort by number 2, Dan Hampton. Hampton slapped the ball down, but I believe it was out of bounds anyhow. Hampton sticking right with a big, tall number 1. We don't have any hikes on our program here, but number 1, Kendrick Booth for South Panola, 186-pound junior, and he's tall. He's a tall kid, but Hampton, a lot shorter, went up with him and was able to knock the ball down. Well, there you see 5:28 to go in the second quarter. Clarksdale still leading here, 14-0 over South Panola.
I'd like to remind everyone that the Wildcat Booster Club meets every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock at the Clarksdale High School. That's every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock at the Clarksdale High School. The Wildcat Booster Club meets.
There you see the Clarksdale Wildcat cheerleaders, as they've got a bunch of them, and they've got them spread out all down on the track in front of the fans below us, and they've got a lot of people to cheer to tonight. This stands are almost packed. There are a few seats scattered around, but not many as we look down into the home stands. And across the way, one of the biggest crowds I would imagine has been in this stadium in a while, visitor stands across the way, South Panola. They have pretty much filled those stands up across the way too. So a big crowd here tonight at Crumpton Field, enjoying this fine high school football game. Glad to have you along with us. Hope you like good high school football. We've got it tonight. Clarksdale 1st and 10. Casey Clark in the shotgun on 1st down. Hands off. Liddell hit, fumble the football. Thought I saw it come loose. Yes, it did come loose, but I think maybe Liddell fell on it. It fell right at his feet. Yeah. Liddell fortunate there to have it fall right at his feet. Chris Liddell just fell right on it. Liddell, 190-pound senior, had an outstanding running night, especially in the second half last week against Greenville. Wildcats are 1-0 in the season. The South Panola Tigers are 1-1. Wildcats trying to make it 2-0 here tonight. as they knocked off 5A Greenville last week. They'd like nothing better than to knock off 5A powerhouse year in, year out South Panola tonight. Clark in the shotgun, second down. Pass complete, not much, a couple of yards. Darren Williams brings it in for a short gain over on that right side. He was tackled by Tony Sanford. Sanford, 195-pound linebacker, a senior.
Robinson and Sanford are on the stop. Third down and
Clock running with 4:16 to go before halftime. Wildcats up to the line of scrimmage, led by Clark, and then he backs up to the shotgun position. Third down and 8 to go. Hicks in motion. Going to throw it to Hicks. Hicks down the field. Oh, interference is going to be called on South Panola's number 6. Trammell.
there's a flag on the play.
I think Trammell is going to be flagged. And Clarksdale on 3rd and long. Pass was not going to be caught, but looks like they're going to benefit from the interference penalty. Hicks had no chance at that football, but in high school, I don't think it really matters whether it's catchable or not. You just cannot interfere and get your hands on the receiver, and that's what Trammell did. Wildcats were just airing it out there, hoping to come up big. They've come up big 2 times tonight, especially on the second one a moment ago. The second touchdown to Williams was a 90-yard touchdown pass. The first one went for 35 yards. The second one was quite a longer pass. Casey Clark has thrown well tonight. First down, he gets under center. Not much there this time. That was Hicks on the carry.
Chapman on the stop.
Good effort by the Tigers. Chapman. Tim Chapman, a defensive lineman, 200 pounds, senior.
Second down and 13.
And he tripped up Hicks for about a 3-yard loss. That'll bring up second down and 13 to go. 3 minutes, 20 seconds clock running here in the second quarter. And as long as Clarksdale keeps possession and takes as much time as they're doing on offense, the clock just keeps on running. They're taking a lot of time. Again, they've been penalized twice already for delays. Clark is going to scramble out of there to his right. Throws, finds a man out there, and they ran together this time. No interference. Clarksdale sideline looking for interference, but didn't get it that time from the official. Looks like Kendrick Booth had good position, and he and Marvin Young, number 80, the intended receiver for Clarksdale, just ran together there. So no interference called. Second down, 13 to go. Well, there's a flag down back. That's not the interference call at all, but it's another flag. I didn't see it way back at the 29-yard line. And they spotted something against the Tigers. We'll wait and see what the call is. I had totally overlooked that flag. It was so far away from the play, way back down to our right at the 29-yard line. And then it was roughing the passer, so evidently Clark was hit after he threw the football. I looked down the field at the pass and did not see that. But Clarksdale benefits big here on a personal foul, roughing the penalty from the Tigers. Clark, he's hit again, and sacked. First man was number 13, Cooley. He couldn't bring him down, but then number 21, DeMaro Robinson, the linebacker, 210-pound senior, comes in and puts the finishing touches to the sack. And Clark is sacked way back at the Clarksdale 43-yard line. That'll make it second down, 20 to go for Clarksdale. They're taking a lot of time getting the plays in from the sideline. And of course, clock running. They lead 14-0. They'd like nothing better than take a lot of time, milk that clock. So it may be on purpose that Coach Murphy is trying to milk the clock down as much as he can before he puts the ball in play to try to hang on to this 14-0 lead here. Clark, big rush. It was a blitz, and they called the right play. They called Liddell on the screen. Liddell to the 40. Liddell all the way down to the 25-yard line, and a flag is down. They may bring it back. Darren Williams throwing a block there at the 30, and they may have called a clip. And that's a shame. Liddell had gone all the way to the 25. Casey Clark with another good pass. Yeah, they're going to call clipping. They're going to bring that one back, but we'll wait and see how far. I think it's going to be at the point of the foul, so it won't be as bad as it could have been. Coach Jesse Murphy just called the best play of the night. An all-out blitz by the Tiger defense, and boy, did he have the right play called that time, the screen. And it was worked to perfection by Clark and the rest of the Wildcats. Beautiful screen pass. They're going to step off 15 yards. From the spot of the foul, which was at the 29-yard line. So I thought Liddell had got to the 25. I guess he did, and the clip was right at the 30. Clip really didn't help him much. Those things happen, though, and that's some of the things that the Wildcats, I'm sure, will talk about next week. We'll get a man out there that really can't help him, but like I say, those things happen. And the Wildcats still come up with a big play. They're going to have the football in Tiger territory at the 43-yard line.
It'll be 2nd down and 8.
They'll make it 2nd and 8.
The ball's on the 43-yard line of the Tigers.
Boy, Liddell is quite a runner, and boy, when he caught that pass, it was a strike from Clark on the run. He really looked good. Another blitz. That's Liddell again. Liddell breaking into the clear. Liddell may go. Liddell all the way inside the 10 to the 8-yard line, maybe the 7. Looked for a moment like he may outrun the secondary for the Wildcat, or for the Tigers, but Kendrick Booth, number 1, one of them over there able to get a hold of him. He had 2 Tigers to outrun and just couldn't quite make it, but he gets Clarksdale in business with 1:31 to go here before halftime. Liddell all the way down to the 7-yard line. Boy, I tell you what, they fooling with Casey Clark and blitzing him, and he is picking the Tigers apart here in the second quarter. Timeout on the field. Clarksdale 14, South Panola nothing.
Our doors are open and we're making loans at Fidelity National Loans at 523 DeSoto Avenue in Clarksdale. If you need extra cash, we have the cash you need. Why not come by and see our friendly staff and let them design a loan that is affordable and convenient for you?
Hi, I'm Stacy Van Landingham.
Well, South Panola trying to get after Casey Clark has backfired on him because Clark has picked them apart here in this second quarter. Has his Wildcats at the 7-yard line, 1st down and goal to go from the 7, out of the shotgun. Blitz again, Clark complete. Touchdown Clarksdale. What a pass by Casey Clark under pressure. Casey Clark is looking tremendous here tonight before this big home crowd. Well, Chris Liddell looking equally good receiving the football. Last week, tremendous running the football. Tonight, what a receiver Liddell has turned into being here in the second quarter. Liddell will also try the PAT. Kick is up. Liddell is 3 for 3 in the PAT department. And now you'll look at the Clarksdale scoreboard and see the Wildcats out in front 21-0, and what a roar going up from their hometown crowds. They really appreciate the effort by the Wildcats here in this first half. Well, Casey Clark has worked the shotgun to perfection here in this football game tonight. He has been under duress. I tell you, the Tigers have been after him. They've been blitzing almost every play. They've been selling out and coming after Clark. Evidently, they think they could get to him before he get the football off. But Casey Clark has burned the Tigers here tonight with 3 touchdown passes in this first half. And the Clarksdale Wildcats lead 21-0. With 1:23 left in the first half. Short kick. They're just pooching it down the field, and it's fumbled. I believe the Tigers got on it. A good kick by Ingram. Ingram just went out there and punched it down the field a short ways and let it roll, and that nullified any type of South Panola run. I'm sure that's Coach Murphy. He did not want a run back for a touchdown after Clarksdale has got such a big momentum going here in this last minute or so of the first half. So a good call by Coach Murphy. I do believe in kicking it short like that, and also the Tigers almost turned it over. They had to scramble to get on it. So a good kickoff. Tigers with the football at their 30, coming out of that power I. First man, not much there for James Dean. 41 down under the bottom of that thing is Moses Sales. Sales has played a good defensive game in this first half for the Tigers, or for the Wildcats. Stokes also was down there, but Sales was the first one, 180-pound junior. Moses Sales wears number 41. You got to appreciate that fine defensive effort. Little reverse action going nowhere, and another great defensive play by Kenny Kern. Kern, the 215-pound linebacker, showing some great defensive speed over on that right defensive side. And he wouldn't allow Charles Prince to go anywhere. A loss. Back to they put it down at the 30. That's going to bring up a 3rd down at 9 to go for the Tigers. The clock running with 20 seconds. We're getting close to being at the end of this first half. Tigers power our right. They've got a split to the right. Nothing but blue shirts down there for Clarksdale. That was Trammell and Fernando Matthews in on the stop. I see also down there look like Chris Fidel in on the tackle, and the Wildcats receive a, well, I don't believe it ran out. Both teams thinking that the half is ended, but they're saying come on back. So we're going to have to wait a few more moments here to probably run one more play. The clock shows 5 seconds. Well, they had no seconds, and they put 5 back on the scoreboard. So evidently the Tigers called timeout, and they do have 5 seconds left in this second quarter. I saw the scoreboard blink a moment, and it went out last week at right about halftime. Power went out at the press box, the scoreboard. Maybe that won't happen tonight, but it did blink down there. Both bands getting ready to perform here at halftime. Clarksdale with a 21-0 lead. And we got time for one more play.
Number 1, Darren Williams.
Well, I certainly hope you're enjoying high school football tonight on television. Glad to be bringing the football games to you. We try to replay them several times, so we realize people are working or out of pocket and may miss the initial telecast, so you may see it on several times, and that's to try to give everybody a chance to watch our telecast. We appreciate all the nice comments we received last week's opening game. Whoa, what a hit by a Wildcat. Yeah, 54. And that was Brandon Downing, a 230-pound linebacker, and he put the hit on Marcus Connor to end the first half. And now you hear the Wildcats sideline. It's quiet across the way, but it's loud on the Clarksdale side. Big crowd. And they are cheering the Wildcats into the dressing room, but we got another half to go, so don't go away. A 21-0 lead by Clarksdale here at the half. And we've got quite a bit of action left. It's not over by any means. This is quite some South Panola team, and they've got a lot of pride, good coaching, and you know they're going to come back Coach Stanley's going to go in that dressing room, and he's going to challenge some people to step up in this second half. So I know we're going to have a good second half for you. Don't go away.
Borderline featuring the percussion section, and the last selection will showcase the Clarksdale High School trim, sassy, and dazzling dance line, moving to the sizzling sound of Aretha Franklin, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. The drum majors are George Johnson and Tiffany Hunt. The guard line is sponsored by Mrs. Pamela Billingsley. The majorette and dance line is sponsored by Mrs. Linda Glass. And the percussion line is sponsored by Mr. Charles Moore. The band assistants are Mr. Johnny McGlowan and Mr. Joe Anthony. Miss Linda Davis is the director of band for Clarksdale Municipal Schools. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sit back, relax, and enjoy the electrifying sound of the Clarksdale High School Pioneer Band. Drum majors, you may enter the field.